The management of the University of Cape Coast has discounted claims by the National Disaster Management Organization that its gutters and drains are responsible for the flooding that occurred at the university. The university got flooded after hours of torrential rainfall in the central region, leading to the suspension of lectures and quizzes on Wednesday. Authorities of the university took a tour around the campuses a day after the disaster to assess the situation. Director of Public Affairs of the university, Major Kofi Ba-Bentum, says the university is better placed in terms of clean gutters and drains in the country. Richard Kojonyako has more.
The University of Cape Coast got flooded on Tuesday following hours of rains in the central region. The streets of the university were inundated, making movement of students, lecturers and other users of the roads within the university very difficult. The university thus took a decision to suspend all lectures and quizzes to protect property, students and lecturers. The National Disaster Management Organization gave initial assessment that suggested that the university's gutters and drains were choked, which resulted in the flooding. The university today toured the areas affected by the floods and to inspect its gutters and drains. They discredited the account of the National Disaster Management Organization. Major Kofi Ba-Bentum is the PRO of the University of Cape Coast.
What happened was that we had too much rains, so it was as a result of the volume of rains that we had, which caused the floods. And also, as you can see, the waters have receded and life is back to normal on campus. If it rains for over 6 hours, then definitely some of these things are bound to happen. And then going forward also, I think that we may have to do some re-engineering as far as some of our drainages are concerned, so that where we need to expand, we will expand some of them.
Meanwhile, the university has issued a stern warning to communities that live around the university who have been dumping refuse at the premises of the university to desist from such acts.
As you saw yourself, that place is a reserved area, is UCC Botanical Gardens, so it's not a residential area as such. So it is the adjoining communities who are close to the place who have been dumping their refuse over there. Over the years, we've made all efforts to stop them. It hasn't worked. So what we intend to do now is to sit down with the opinion leaders in the community and then give them a last chance. We'll remove the garbage and then we'll fence the place up. We have done it previously, but they had a way of breaking the fences, the pillars, and cutting the wires that we did. But we'll do it. We cannot be getting this heap of refuse out of the place. It's expensive. So we cannot be doing it all the time. So we'll do it, and then if they continue to dump their refuse there, then maybe we will have to now bring in the police to help us.
So the management of the university says it will take a firm decision to get rid of the heaps of garbage that are dumped on its lands on a daily basis. Richard Kojonyako, Joy News, Cape Coast.
Still have on Joy News desk with me, Daniel Dazi. Tech Talk comes up in a moment.